thing that you really don't want to do when you're starting to date someone new is talk about past relationships. And especially if you're talking about exes or difficult relationships, you don't want to be blaming them or even bringing that too much into the present, because it just doesn't make the best impression. We've all had those negative experiences with an ex, right? There's always like the one that got away, or maybe you had your heart broken, or maybe you still feel resentful towards an ex or something that just didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. But it's better not to bring that into the relationship now. And sometimes a guy will ask you about your past, or sometimes it just sort of comes out in conversation. But you want to try your best to avoid this, because sometimes we unknowingly might start saying things like, oh, all my exes were crazy. You have to remember that there's always two people in the relationship, right? And most of the time, he contributed, I contributed. Like, it's both people contributed in some way to this relationship not working out, right? And even if it's just by choosing the wrong partner, I just did the best that I knew at the time, right? So that's okay, it happens. But you don't want to bring that into the now. You start to talk negatively about your past relationships, then this new guy that's in front of you, he's going to be thinking, okay, all her exes were crazy. So if I'm starting to date her, does that put me in the crazy category too? Right? Like, I don't want that. So it's just better to avoid talking about past relationships. And if a man brings it up, then you want to tell him that, you know what, I'm having a great time right now. Let's just stay in the present. Let's just enjoy our time now, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter unless maybe you've been divorced, you have a child from a previous marriage or relationship. Of course, you bring that up, like you talk about that, but you don't want to dive too deep into the past, because the past usually has some sort of a negative connotation around it. And it's better to leave the past in the past, just focus on the present, enjoy the present, and just get to know the person who's in front of you, because you never know, right?